On Moody's analytics note, what sectors are needed to be pushed more or encouraged to boost and sustain the growth of Indonesia's economy?
That's a really good question, and it's difficult to answer at the moment because Indonesia's economy is really being dominated by COVID at the moment, and so what the economy needs right at this moment is more improved COVID management. They need to get case numbers under control, and if that means increased funding to the health sector or increased targeted spending from a fiscal point of view to better contact tracing to improve vaccination rates, then that would really benefit the economy. And if we're taking a longer term view, while commodity exports are performing very strongly, service exports are an important part of Indonesia's economy as well. And we have noticed that, across the globe, as economies move to higher income status, what we do see is that service exports become a larger component of the economy, and they're a real important growth engine. But if Indonesia can't, manage their COVID situation and can't, reopen their borders in line with their trading partners or in line with their peers in Southeast Asia, then this will start to affect Indonesia's performance as well, and service exports will underperform, which is an important dent in Indonesia's recovery as well.
All right. To wrap up now on government's policy, what other things do we still have left, Katrina? Incentives and then stimulus packaging and stuff already been given and maximized by our government.
So what we're expecting is that further fiscal stimulus measures will be announced, and what these should be doing is really targeted at the household sectors that are feeling the brunt of COVID, and also businesses, particularly smaller businesses, which are not able to operate, which are being forcibly closed, in Java, Bali, as a result of the lockdown. And so these businesses need additional support to be able to keep them ticking over. And when life does return to a somewhat normal circumstance again in Indonesia, then we need to be in a circumstance where these businesses are able to reopen. So government spending is really important. And from a monetary point of view, we are expecting that Bank Indonesia will keep monetary settings accommodative to really help the credit side of the economy and to ensure that these very stimulatory monetary policies remain in place to help the recovery, because Indonesia's economy is so far away from being in a position where the central bank can even consider talking about monetary policy normalizing, just because the economic recovery is so fragile and is basically not really happening right now, given elevated infection rates.